Happy Holy Week, everybody. It is Chris Wilson here to talk about sermon. This coming Sunday, it is Easter Sunday. This coming Sunday, our long-awaited end of the Lenten journey, and Easter is always celebratory, upbeat. The banners will be changed. We'll have fresh colors in the sanctuary. We have just the theme of hope and resurrection. We've been dealing with the theme of a faith that travels with us. It concludes on Easter Sunday. The series does, and the focus. The title for this week is called Aha Moments. Hopefully most of us have had some kind of like aha moment in our life. Doesn't have to be radical, not a voice speaking to you, but some great awareness or some radical shift like, oh gosh, I hadn't thought about that before, or that's a new revelation or a new way of thinking about something that you had thought about something your whole life a certain way. Now something's changed, something has influenced that, you're thinking about it all differently. Easter is one of those days in a big way. Is maybe in the Christian faith one of the biggest aha moments we have within the Christian faith. Everything leading up to Easter morning, the disciples had no other mechanism by which to gauge what was going to happen on that day. The women were doing customary stuff. They were headed to the burial site of Jesus' body. They were going to pay respects. They were going to provide spices for the body. They were going to do all these things that were customary kind of grief pieces that were the anticipated rituals that they were going to encounter and do so with great sadness, great loss, a person they loved, a person that was not only just the average person, a person they anticipated would bring in or alter radical change to the world, and now was killed. And a lot of that anticipation energy of what Jesus could be for society had been just kind of halted, like the breath of the wind had been taken out of their sails, so to speak. So they arrive at the tomb, and what they discover, as we know, is if you've known and been at church on any Easter Sunday, you know they come and the body's not there. And probably the aha moment for them is sometimes our aha moments come on remembering back to certain things and remembering, hindsight 2020 is always a great thing. Easter is one of those hindsight 2020 moments. The women there were remembering, Jesus said multiple times this was going to happen. He would suffer and die and rise. 3 different occasions he said that to his followers. I'm going to suffer, I'm going to die, and I'm going to rise. And they probably glossed over that, like, well, whatever that means, and didn't really pay much attention to it. And so the women were just kind of like, wow, overwhelmed with this news. One, that could this really be happening? Is this possible? Jesus said it was something that was going to happen. Do we lean into that? And the aha is, 1, that the event happened. 2, our aha is that we lean into that belief. Then it opens up the doors for all kinds of radical, powerful living. And it happens on the scale for the women that come, but then the disciples have to kind of see for themselves and come running to the tomb, and everybody's got to see it for themselves. There's their own kind of personal witnessing of what it is they need to encounter. You can't just trust somebody else. This is big enough that I need this for me. I need to be able to see this. If I'm going to lean into this, I need to have been at least seen a part of it in some way. And the cool part is that Jesus eventually says, it may be something powerful for you to see it, but what for those that won't have the opportunity to see it, but they're going to believe anyways? Easter invites us to believe things beyond our own belief structure. Easter calls us to live into things in new and creative and outstanding aha ways. It's when those people stand on the edge of our society and challenge it and move the needle and make things happen. We think the system can get us down, and we realize that by gathering together, our collective aha energy is something worth paying attention to. So I hope you'll come on Sunday as you would on an Easter morning. Come ready to celebrate the good news. Come ready to celebrate the Easter message of a risen life. But I also want us to lean into the possibility of our collective aha and its capability of changing and moving the needle of the world in which we live. So happy future Easter, everyone, and hope to see you on Sunday.